同學，今次我們將會學習 Review Attendance in Writing Elective Topics 7. Review Attendance in Writing Elective Topics 7. Some candidates choose learning English through sports communication in their writing tasks, but fail to bring in more relevant sports events as examples. Task 1. Writing Task. Topic. A recent study has found that people who work in offices in Hong Kong are becoming increasingly unhealthy. According to the study, the city's office workers spend too long sitting at their desks instead of getting regular exercise. Many have also developed unhealthy eating habits at work. Write an essay describing the problem and putting forward 3 solutions to help resolve it. Genre, an article. Theme, office environment and workers' health. Tenses to be used, present tense, present perfect tense. This is the suggested article, How to Stay Healthy at Work. Around the world, working in the office has become increasingly common. In Asia, office employees often work in their offices from early in the morning until late at night. This work practice is no different in Hong Kong. However, it often leads to a rise in poor health among members of staff. Fortunately, this problem can be addressed in a number of ways by both the employees themselves and the companies that they work for. One solution is for employees to take short exercise breaks from their work. Sitting in front of a computer from morning until night is very unhealthy. In fact, office workers who regularly sit for long periods do not get enough exercise during the day. They also often suffer from a number of medical problems, such as back and neck pain. The best way to tackle this problem is to do simple exercise for a few minutes every hour. If employees stood up and did a few stretching and bending exercise every once in a while, for example, they would stay much fitter. Another solution is for companies to make sure that they provide healthy food options for their employees. Office pantries and vending machines are often filled with many different types of junk food, such as biscuits and chocolate bars. However, these snacks are very unhealthy, and eating them can actually make people feel sleepy rather than alert. As a result, it would be better to provide healthy food like fruits and salads for employees to choose from. If offices made this simple change, it would help the health and efficiency of the employees. The first solution is for companies to organize outdoor activities for their employees once a month. For example, companies could arrange for their employees to go on a hike on the first Saturday of every month. Doing this would not only help to increase the fitness levels of employees, but it would also enable office workers to get to know each other better outside the office. Moreover, the fresh air on the hikes would also have a positive impact on everyone's health. In conclusion, it is obvious that working in the office for too long can make office workers increasingly unhealthy. However, this issue can be solved easily by taking short exercise breaks at work, improving the food options that are available for employees in the office, and organizing monthly outdoor activity for staff. Task 2. Writing Task. Topic. You recently completed a sports camp in the new territories. The sports camp was entertaining from start to finish. Write a diary entry describing the 3 most enjoyable experiences that you had during the sports camp, explaining why each one was so much fun. Genre, diary. Theme, describing the 3 most enjoyable experiences in the sports camp. Tenses to be used, simple present, simple perfect tense, past perfect tense. This is the suggested diary. Dear Diary, yesterday was the last day at Sports for All, a sports camp in Sai Kung that I attended over the last month. I really enjoyed taking part in this sports camp because I not only found out that I'm actually quite good at a number of different sports that I'd never tried before, but also got to meet and make friends with many interesting people. In fact, I had a number of enjoyable experiences at Sports for All over the last month. One of them has to be the day that I decided to try sailing for the very first time. My school friend Frank suggested that we try it, and I couldn't think of any reason why we shouldn't. We went out onto the sea with a young instructor, Diane, and she taught us a lot. For example, we learned how to move the sail so that it properly catches the wind. We also learned that we should always sit down before moving the sail so that we don't lose our balance and fall into the water. We really enjoyed sailing and will definitely try to find a way to do it again soon. Another experience at Sports for All that I really liked was when I took part in an archery class. At first I thought it might be quite boring to do. However, I soon discovered that trying to hit the center of a target with a bow and arrow requires a lot of mental and physical concentration. For instance, you can't move any part of your body at all just before you shoot an arrow. You can't even change the way that you are breathing because this will cause you to lose your aim. Although this may seem like quite a frustrating activity, I felt that it was actually very relaxing. The third experience at Sports for All that I thought was lots of fun was the dance party that we had at the end of the camp. I had already made many friends during the camp, but the party gave us a chance to spend time with one another in a completely different setting. Luckily, we all had a really good time. I am sure that I will be spending more time getting to know my new friends from camp better in the coming months. In short, Sports for All has been so much fun that I may end up joining it again next year. Task 3. Writing Task. Topic. You have been following an online debate in Sports EMAT about government funding for major sporting events, such as the Asian Games and Olympics, versus solving domestic issues such as lack of housing and employment. Write your view on the topic and post it on the online forum. Genre: an article to the online forum. Theme: express one's view on government funding for major sporting events, on solving domestic issues. Tenses to be used: present tense, past tense, present perfect tense, future tense, conditional tense. This is the suggested article. It has been very interesting to read this online debate on whether the government should invest millions of dollars in major sporting events, such as the Asian Games and the Olympics, or use this money to solve important domestic issues, such as lack of housing and employment instead. In my opinion, solving domestic issues should definitely take priority over putting money into sporting extravagances, and there are two persuasive reasons why I feel this way. Government officials who try to promote the need for hosting things like the World Cup, for example, a month-long football tournament that usually engrosses a large percentage of the global population wherever it is on, always state that winning the rights to host it will result in a large economic boon for their nation. While this is true during the tournament, when the country is formed by tourists enjoying all the matches, foreign money entering the country because of the tournament soon peters out after it is over. In addition, these officials never properly consider all the money that has to be spent beforehand on improving the country's infrastructure and building world-class stadiums for all the fans. As for these humongous stadiums, often after all the races have been run and all the matches have been played, they lie empty for years. This is because the fees entailed with using them for domestic sporting events or as the home pitch of the football side are simply too expensive. The idea of using such large stands when the number of spectators who will attend does not exist is also impossible to rationalize. Furthermore, besides being visual reminders for the people who live in the shadows of all the money that could have been put to better use, these stadiums actually become financial burdens for their city populations, as it usually costs a sizable amount of money annually to maintain them from one year to the next. To conclude, I feel very strongly that it would be far more in the interest of a country's citizens if its government focused on using its monetary resources towards solving important domestic issues instead of throwing away its population hard-earned money on hosting major sporting events. This is especially true since the financial cost of preparing the country for these premier events is so high, and a lot of these funds are spent on stadiums that are later hardly ever put to effective use. Now, do the exercise to test yourself by exercise and suggested answers. Complete the following by writing a paragraph on all failures one can learn from sports.